Hi, I'm Jay Luck. I want to share with you today something I heard Chip Ingram say, and it reminded me that we need to filter the information that we take in every day. And I'm going to break down what Chip had to say and my interpretation from it in two videos and two messages to you, because it's that important that you get it in two different pieces. Have you ever heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out? That's what we say a lot about our computers and what works for them. And so if we put the wrong information in, we'll tend to get bad information out. No one is ever greater than their understanding and their perception of God. I've got some Indian friends, and there's a term that they say called Namaste, or Namaste. And that term means, it's a greeting where they usually go like this, Namaste. The greeting means the divinity in me bows to the divinity in you. And so I speak to you today not from some high place, some place of me being an expert and you're not, but from a place of understanding that we are all average people. We're all average. Some of us have skills others don't have. And so the role that we have as people who have skills others may not, our role is to teach others those skills. The most portentous thing about a man or woman is not what he says, but it's what he thinks in his heart, what his true thoughts are, and what his relationship to our Creator is. No matter what faith you come from, that is a base and a core. Your relationship with your Creator, or if you don't believe in God, with the universe, or with you feel what your place is on this planet. There's a secret law of the soul that when we move forward with humanity, that truth rules all. It's when we don't stand in that truth, when we think things are different than truth, that we're trying to defy the laws of gravity. But there are certain truths that are just true, that have never been different, that are the way our minds work, that are the way that we think and perceive things, that are just simply true. Oftentimes we feel stuck and trapped, and in fact, we're not stuck and trapped. We're simply running a pattern, habit, or belief that we don't think we can change. You know, what I've had in my mind in the past was that my head was full of information. Things I would read in the newspaper, quotes I heard from others that I looked up to. I took positions on political grounds or other things based on other people's opinions, and not that often on my own. I thought I had clarity, and in fact I had lots of success and great friends, and I was happy. But I didn't have that missing clarity. That clarity that only comes from truly understanding truth and choice and having genuinely your own opinions. Making opinions for yourself about, let's say you're voting, about opinions you can have yourself about that person you may or may not vote for. Opinions that you come up with because of your own research. Your own digging into who are they and what do they stand for, rather than what someone else says about them. We know that political pundits are just that. They're not necessarily truth givers. So I had friends and I enjoyed my life, but what was missing was the truth about how the world works and my place in it. The truth that I had choice every minute, what I would do next, what I would do now. That the choices I make now are not just based on the choices I made yesterday or 5 minutes before. That I have the right to be totally present in this moment right now to decide different if I choose to. I used to get my information, sure, from church occasionally, or newspaper articles, magazines, business information, friends who were more outspoken than I. But the information, the opinions were theirs. That doesn't mean that they were wrong, but they were their opinions and I adapted them as mine. So I had all these different opinions, these different pieces of information that was sort of a collage in my mind that I sort of accepted as mine, but they were scattered opinions. And yet I found that as I matured, I found that when I bowed my head or bent my knee, that things became more clear. They became more real, more true. That's when I find out what the truth is and what is right. I find out what is accurate, and then what happens is dynamic things then began to appear in my life. You see, when we get information that it's wrong, it impacts everything. It affects our relationships, our outcomes, our desires. When we have truth in our lives, our life is determined by the results, by how clear our understanding is of the truth. Truth is like gravity. You cannot dispute it. It is what it is. It's real. It's true. It's true. When you think about going from crappy to good to great, there's a process. There are steps you can take. There are skills you can develop. Do you want to have a okay relationship, or do you want to have a great relationship? I mean, don't you? Do you want to be a good student, or just a mediocre student? So do you want to be a good student? I mean, don't you? Do you want to be a great mother or father? I mean, don't you? Do you want to be a great leader if you're a leader at your company? Don't you? Do you want to be a great employee who performs well, gets paid for what they do? I mean, don't you? You see, if we want those things, then why wouldn't we do what it takes to have them? It's a matter of building skills, habits, patterns, and beliefs to accomplish what we want, that are true to ourselves and are true to the truths of the way the world works, the way that our brains work, and the way that life is around us. Now, you could live in a mindset where you can just be unhappy about the way things are and the way the world works and the way that things around you happen that you aren't happy with. And you can just be unhappy about that and just say you can't do anything about it. But the truth is, you can do things about how you deal with it. You can control how you react, whether you're positive or negative, how you react to things that happen around you with people and things. And you can choose what you put in your body. You see, that is all your choice. And truly, when you have that skill and that ability to have that, you can do things, very simple things like lose weight, quit smoking, change your attitude, improve your relationship, be the best husband or wife in the world. Well, in your relationship. Be a great father, be a great mother, be a great student. Be a leader if that's your choice. Or be really good at something you like to do. The choice is yours. From a biblical standpoint, it's said that we have choice, that God gave us choice. He put us on this planet with some guidelines He recommended, but we have choice. So if we have choice, then how come sometimes it just doesn't feel like it? We feel stuck and trapped. The reason that it feels like it is because we've built habits, patterns, and beliefs over time where we feel stuck with something and don't think we can change it. It might be stuck with an anxious feeling at times. It may be stuck with thinking we can't do anything about how we feel. It may be feeling like we're stuck smoking those cigarettes. It's all the same. We have choice. Now, there are some things where we can become physically addicted and need medical help, and I'm not talking about those things here, even though there is some habitual connection. If someone comes into my office and they're addicted to crack cocaine, I can't help them until they've already gotten medical help. When someone comes into my office and they smoke pot, they smoke cigarettes, that's easy. Those are not addictions. Those are habits, patterns, and beliefs. Or they want to lose weight and their weight loss life has been a roller coaster, up and down, and sometimes they gain more than they lost. That's a habit and a pattern and a belief. We find that about 2% of our clients have medical problems that aren't things we can solve. But the rest of them, it's habits, patterns, and beliefs, and we can teach our clients how to shift that. There are tangible things that you can do. Every person I've met, every great religious person I've met or read about, every great leader has written books or had biographies done. If you want to be a great person on a spiritual level or a personal level or a financial level, or for that matter just to be happy, and have prosperity, which I would consider in wealth, wealth, health, happiness, spirituality, then if you simply get the right information and stop listening to people that are negative, then you'll get those things more likely in your life. You'll increase your odds. So stop it now. So stop right now accepting those negative things. I'm not saying don't be aware of what's going on around you in the world. I'm saying stop listening to negative things that don't get you what you want and close your mind to possibility. Join me for part 2. This has been Jay Locke. Change happens here. Good day.